So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Court Vision. Wow, it's episode 10.
Yeah,
I can't believe we filmed 10 episodes already. It's crazy how time just flows by. Thank you all for joining us again. For those who haven't checked out our punishment/challenge video, we did the egg Russian roulette challenge/punishment video, and it was actually pretty jokes. Jokes. That was a terrible joke itself. Anyway, it was hilarious. Go check that out. Link will be in the description below. But now let's get back to the finals. We haven't really talked about it. We haven't even really mentioned it on our Twitter at all. We've been keeping really silent about this. So one of our questions we're going to get to in this part one is who we think is going to be the biggest X factor, and who's potentially going to have the breakout in this series.
So here we are. It's the NBA Finals. We got the Cavs and we got the Warriors. We all know about the stars in this series, but it's going to really come down to the supporting cast and the X factors. In my opinion, the biggest X factor in this series would be none other than Draymond Green. He's the guy that's really that tweener for Golden State that can guard threes, can guard fours, he can guard big man and forward. Draymond Green's going to be tasked with guarding LeBron James. Yeah, we know that the Warriors have a lot of depth at the forward spot. They have a lot of players that are capable to guard LeBron, but at the end of the day, it's going to come onto Draymond Green's shoulders to stop the king, or at least slow him down in this series. We got Andre Iguodala, we got Harrison Barnes, but it's going to be up to Draymond Green because Cleveland likes to go small, and we've seen it time and time again in this playoff run. So, also on the offensive end of things, Draymond Green is going to have to keep LeBron honest because at the end of the day, LeBron is one of Cleveland's best defenders. And if he's tired from guarding Draymond Green, if Draymond Green is actually contributing, banging on the glass, getting boards, and making LeBron stay on his toes, he's not going to have the energy to guard a guy like Steph Curry. So on both ends of the floor, Draymond Green is really key to this series.
My biggest X factor is going to be, I think I'm going to choose Matthew Dellavedova, public enemy #1 for most playoff teams. He's hurt Kyle Korver. He got Taj Gibson ejected. He got Al Horford ejected. People think he's a dirty player. I personally don't think he's a dirty player. I just think people aren't used to his type of roughness because it's clean aggressiveness at the same time. It's schemy in a sense because, you know, he does things where he'll lock your leg, but then he'll get you mad at him, which is kind of clever in his part, and it's not a dirty play. He's going to give Stephen Curry something he hasn't experienced before, which is like a guy that'll guard you full court no matter what, try to bug you. Everyone knows he's a bug, he's an annoyance to have, and he'll do his best to try to get inside your head, which is good for him. And I don't know, Stephen Curry being the MVP I think he'll be able to handle it. He won't get ejected. You know, I think once you hit a three or get him in foul trouble, he's gonna tell Matthew Dellavedova back off a bit. But if Dellavedova can keep himself poised and just play his normal defense, I think he'll be able to bug Stephen Curry a bit. And if he continues to do that and limit Stephen Curry to below 50% shooting and below 50% from the three-point arc, then Cleveland's going to have a real solid chance of winning the championship in less games than most people thought. So that's my X factor, Matthew Dellavedova. We'll see what happens. David, you're up. Who's your X factor?
So my biggest X factor is Matthew Dellavedova's bench backcourt mate, and that's J.R. Swish. And so for a whole different reason, it's for the offensive side. Now we know Golden State runs 8-man, 9-man deep with Barbosa, Sean Livingston, Iguodala, all those guys. And they're all great, solid, good players for their roles. So for J.R. Smith, it is crucial, crucial for him to get buckets, especially if Kyrie's hurt. Iman Shumpert, more of a defender, so he doesn't have normally his shot going. LeBron's shooting like 15-17% from the three-point line. That's terrible. J.R. Smith has to hit that three-point shot. He has to be aggressive, get Klay Thompson sort of in foul trouble because he reaches a lot. You know, if he reaches, then J.R. Smith has to teach. So I think that J.R. Smith has to be the biggest X factor. Yes, Des Bryant, that was a catch. But J.R. Smith has to be the biggest X factor. If he's not, Golden State can really bring him down and really focus on Iman Shumpert and Dellavedova and Kyrie if J.R. Smith's shot not going in.
That's going to wrap it up for our talk about who we think is going to be our biggest X factor. That was pretty fun to talk about. You talked about Draymond, you talked about JR, I talked about Dellavedova. So we went kind of all over the place with 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s there. Everyone plays both 3 and the 4 at times. But be sure to check out part 2 where we're going to talk about what we're looking for in the finals and what we hope to see. Thank you everyone for watching. This means a lot to us. Court Vision is life.
We
Because
love to do this, man. You know, Core Vision's life.
yeah, it means a lot to us, guys. Be sure to check out part 2. Peace out. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check it out.
Woo! Until